Hey y'all, welcome. Yes, I hope you guys are having a great December. I know 2020 has been like an emotional roller coaster for everyone, especially for me, but on this episode of Me Knows podcast, I definitely wanted to do something very special. I didn't want to do a topic. I wanted to do like an exercise that I do with my clients who participate in the image development program. We set out a vision board, a mood board. If you haven't done one of these, or if you see these, I'm definitely going to tap into it. I'm not going to do the whole thing because mine is quite extensive, but I definitely wanted to do a MIIEN vision board and kind of just let you guys in on some things that I've been working on, some things that I want to bring back, and just kind of just let you guys in on what holds the future for MIIEN Consultancy. So I hope you guys are ready. And here it is. So for a mood board, I definitely focus on the short terms and the long terms, and and then after you do that, you create steps on how you can make these moments happen. So that is pretty much how you make a vision board. The short term, I would say, anything within like a 3 month span, I would say is definitely short term for me. And then the long term, I would say, is anything 6 months plus. But if it's, I don't want to get too much into it, but that's the overall gist of how I create a vision board, especially when it's something new to someone. And you definitely need to do extensive amount of researching, and you also want to reach out to someone who also has been there and can walk you through these things, because things just do not happen overnight. You have to keep on finding different ways, especially in this day and age where everything is so accessible. You need to find things that work for you, your lifestyle, your brand, like whatever it is, it needs to fit you comfortably. So we're gonna get right into my list. Okay, I'm definitely excited because I've already started working towards 2021. I'm already on February right now. So that is how I work. I'm very excited. I'm definitely in a better mood. So first on my list, of course, we all want the world to go back to, just a regular world where we interact, where we see people laugh, where we truly get like a genuine laugh by, being around someone. I want to go back to having my office suites. I had an office suite downtown Newark, very, very walkable to Newark Penn Station. And unfortunately, since this pandemic happened, me and my mentor was just talking, and I really did not see where this was going. And a lot of my type of service, my type of business, I do a lot of face to face. They come to my office more so only because I don't want any interruptions when I'm doing like a consultation or doing a session, because a lot of times people get very interrupted by like their pet, their kids, while I'm doing like a fitting or doing like a closet edit. Well, closet edit is different, but when I'm doing a styling, session, they get very interrupted. They get interrupted by like their lifestyle. So I kind of like them coming out of their worlds. They take in a lot more when they're at, when they're at an office. So I had that office suite and that got cut. I saw the drastic change, and definitely talking to my mentor, everyone is getting, everyone is taking a downfall. So don't feel like you're alone. So I definitely ended my contract with my suite, and I was kind of sad because I had some things in the works that I wanted to do, but, unfortunately, it wasn't, I'm going to say the timing just was not right. I had just, moved up here. Not, it's going on 2 years, and I'm just like starting to pick up a momentum, and this happened. But unfortunately, good things are gonna come. I definitely feel it. So that is one thing I want to bring back. I know it's the pandemic, I can still bring back the sweet, but it just wouldn't make any sense financially and just logically the type of business that I do. I know a lot of people are not gonna buy by showing me the results, because I take my health at a priority. And yeah, if people are not buying about it, like you're not gonna get my service. So that is on my vision. That's like the number one thing to on my vision board. I definitely miss working in my suite. I like the feeling of going in my office and just, I don't know, it just felt good. It felt great. And definitely being around other creatives or like-minded, it was definitely different. I loved it. So I definitely want that back, definitely at the same location. And I'm gonna put that into the air, into the fruition. So we're gonna get that up and running. So next on my list is, like I said previously, I had just recently moved up here. And even though I'm from New Jersey, I left at the age of 19, 20. So I didn't really build my credibility, my name up here in the tri-states. I've been traveling. I've lived in Dallas, Texas. I lived in Miami. I lived in Boca Raton. I lived in Las Vegas. Baltimore, Maryland, overseas. I've lived in multiple places all throughout of my 20s, and I just did not have a staple foundation. So next on my list is just to build my credibility, my presence as a company, along with my name, Mikara Reid, me definitely most importantly. And also I want to build my credibility and presence on Google. Google is a very big conglomerate. I cannot say that word correctly, but Google is a very big entity, and a lot of people just do not do the research and see what they own. So I'm definitely working with a lot of tech people to kind of understand and see ways that I can get some things, showing up on Google, some things I could partner with as far as publications and stuff like that. So that's definitely a goal. So number 2, I would have to say, is just build my credibility, my presence in the tri-state, along with, my online presence as well. I mean, it's showing right now, but I definitely feel like it could be a lot stronger. I'm definitely going to be pushing myself a lot more. So that is definitely number 2 on my vision board. Number 3, I want to do business partnerships. And what I mean by that, I want to partner with some people who are on my level as far as, being influential, impactful, definitely just making a mark. I mean, I truly do not care about the whole Instagram following and all this other stuff, but I know my work and the team that I work with, they have provided me great value, especially when it comes to writing, because writing is not my thing, but with my notes that I give them, they definitely make it very more appetizing to digest and read. So I know that I can bring great value, especially with the brand that I have worked with this year. I feel like I've accomplished even on my most depressing year, but I definitely want to partner with I want to partner with a couple of businesses. I have, in my mind, one of them I have pitched to. We do have a meeting. I'm looking forward to this meeting. It's happening before January 1st, 2021. So we'll see how it goes. And there's 2 more other people that I want to pitch to, that I want to do a partnership type of thing and create something very influential, different from, any stylist or image consultant. I definitely want to make my mark in different other avenues of, just being very distinctive and being very forward thinking. So that is definitely my thing. And also to partner with that and to give a sub bullet underneath of that, I definitely want to connect if that doesn't work, if they don't see any value in it right now, I definitely want to still keep in contact with them, so it could possibly roll into, another relationship with someone else, or they could connect me with someone else that'll be a better fit. Yeah, so definitely staying within the partnership and definitely rolling it over, or if I can roll them over to something else that could be very beneficial in me and us still just keeping in contact. I definitely want to do that, like just build like a big web of, connections, business partnerships, because everything doesn't need to happen right now. So that's definitely on my list. And next something I'm just like very scattered minds, and I'm just like, but I'm still hopping in there, like we double dutching, and I'm just hopping in there. So my next on my list is to complete my self-help book on image. Yes, I am not a strong writer. I mean, I'm a stylist. I can visually just draw you in, okay? I can visually draw you in, but as far as like words, my mind gets kind of scattered. I don't know. But I have a very strong right hand, editor, proofreader, and she is very enthusiastic when I announced to her what I wanted to do, and she's just like, this topic is like something I'm like so interested in doing. So I'm glad she's very happy, enthusiastic about editing it and just pushing me. And did you complete it? So I'm glad she's like very happy. So it's like a breath of fresh air to know that someone is happy about this journey. So yes, completing my self-help book is about image, specifically women's image, just helping women, develop their image. And it's just going to be broken up into, some sections. It's going to be very different. It's going to be kind of therapeutic as well. I'm not just talking about style. We're really going to get deep. I'm going to throw these words out there: mentally, physically. And I don't want to say the third one, but I'm definitely going to, I'm really excited about finishing this self-help book. Yeah, it's going to be under me. So you guys get ready. I'm definitely putting that definitely in the air. It's definitely on my mood board. I've already started, writing my thoughts. Like whatever comes to mind, I'm just writing it. And then whenever when I'm done with the first part, the preface and the introduction, I'm gonna have her, edit it, fix it up. She's gonna add her words that are very colorful, and we're gonna go from there. So I'm very excited. I don't want to say any dates because I don't want to be harassed. I don't want to be rushed. I want this to be great. I want to be very happy with it, especially this is my first book. So yes, that is definitely on my list. Yes. So next on my list is I'm going to start releasing products. So this world has definitely like shaped a lot of things. It just forms a new way for us to just kind of just work under pressure. So I have a very strong hand in retail. E-commerce was my last, job working at the RealReal, and I truly know how it works. I worked in a lot of areas as far as, working with different vendors, different type of vendors, knowing how they do the copywriting and everything else. So I want to create two products. I have two products in mind, particularly to resolve to resolve some solutions. So they're in the works. I'm having some research done And the other one, I kind of have an eye for it. I already know what I want of it, but the first one needs to be researched very extensively because it has a different, it has a different type of meaning. It's not too much of it in the markets, but I definitely want to make it for everyday people. And then the second one, it's going to be kind of different as far as, you know, an image consulting agency having like an extension of this type of line, this product. So it's going to be different how it's going to be distributed, how it's going to be released. But yeah, I'm definitely excited. I'm going to be MIIEN Consultancy will be tapping into the e-commerce worlds in 2021. That is definitely a go. We doing that because that is definitely my thing. And after that, I definitely switched out a service that I just did not see any need for because the modeling agency is, they're kind of down right now because of this pandemic. No one is really, you know, making much of photo shoots right now. I mean, there's photo shoots happening, but it's not fluid. So I took out the model development portfolio service and I'm putting in, you know, I'm getting back to my roots, which is researching. That's actually what I went to school for my master's at University of Miami. Yeah, I did a lot of research for public health, epidemiology to be Pacific, and I definitely want to tap into researching again. I really, really, really enjoy researching. So I'm going to be doing some research and development on some fashion products. So yeah, I'm tweaking the description for that right now, but that's definitely being released very soon. And it's definitely going to draw a different perspective and distinction between other image consultants because like I said, MIIEN Consultancy is not fashion forward. We focus on image. I am a very image conscious type of woman. Anything dealing with anything that's dealing with, you know, your eye meeting something, it needs to be together. So with this research and development on fashion products, I'm definitely going to be assisting and giving you feedback from your demographic, whether or not this is marketable, what can be tweaked, and things of that. I love that kind of stuff. It definitely keeps me on my toes. I love to hear people's, you know, feedbacks and what they think of it, what can be done differently, and just tweaking little stuff. Or maybe you could leave it like this and see if it sells, and then, you know, we'll go back to this person's comment. Like, I like stuff like that. I like keeping myself on edge and just always having room for improvement. So I'm definitely getting back to the basics of who I am. I've always been a researcher. That is definitely my thing. When I need to look something up, I'm definitely going to hunt it down until I get the answers, the results that is needed to put an end to that question or that comment or whatever. So I'm definitely pushing out that old and bringing in a new. Another thing that I'm definitely going to put on the MIIEN vision board is, as I was saying with the last bullet points, is that, you know, we're going to be pushing out the old, putting in the new, continue to pivot. Just continue to pivot with what's happening and always having a mentor. I have a couple of mentors who have been extremely, extremely, extremely amazing and instrumental to me. I want one more, but I don't need to rush it. But yes, to continue to pivot, I've definitely learned that there's always going to be, you know, I don't know how to say it, but it's always going to be a crisis or I can't think of the word. Every 10 to 15 years, there's always a plummet with the world. I can't think of the word, but we're going to say that so every 10 to 15 years, it's always like a plummet when it comes to the world, whether it's unemployment, whether it's the home, the economy crashing. It happens. It's a cycle every 10 to 15 years. That's one of my mentors mentioned it, and he pointed out every single, issue, every economic crisis that happens, and it was right. It was right on spot. It happened every 10 to 15 years. So you need to just be ready. So point being taken, just be ready to pivot. And I definitely want to put that on my mood board, because they definitely do not teach you that in any business classes. You definitely gotta kind of like learn it as things happen, and you need to keep your cool. I mean, I do that with therapy, which therapy has taught me a lot, but yeah, learning how to pivot is definitely a thing. And also, next on my list is to maintain a certain income. I have a certain amount of clients that I have that's not too much for me, but I would like a little bit more. But at some point, this is also my next bullet. I at some point I want to be exclusive. See, I'm in the tri-state area, and there are a lot of fashion stylists, personal stylists, image consultants. There's a lot of people who are doing styling, or they kind of just are bloggers and they also do styling. But I really want to draw a very distinctive approach. And I feel like I offer a lot of different things with a very different perspective. With a very different perspective, due to me traveling, due to some experiences, and just my point of view is just a bit different. Just how I go about things. I just feel like my whole overall experience, it's just very, very different. I interpret things a lot. I could just go on, but I at some point want to be exclusive, meaning that it's invite only or referral based. I definitely want to get to that point once I have like my credibility up and I have reached my income status that I want. I definitely want to be exclusive. It's only going to be invite only or referrals. I feel like this is a true reflection of me personally, because not a lot of people can access me easily. I do not. I like to protect my energy, and I feel like I should protect my asset, my value in my company, because I feel like I'm that good. Like I said, I work with a couple of brands this year, very unexpectedly. They are high-end brands, and I've done a lot of rearranging in inventory, and yeah, I'm setting the bar high for 2021. This is what it's just going to be. And if people don't like it, then I mean, hey, that's just the way it is. This is my business. If you don't like it, then oh well. So that is my vision board that I have concluded. Well, that's not everything, but that is definitely things that I want to put out there. That is all the things that I've definitely started, preparing for 2021. I've already started like strategizing. Like I said, I started out with doing my self-help book. I have my teammate that is like so on board with editing it and being a part of it. Yeah, I'm just very happy. I'm happy. I wish my cousin was here to experience a couple of these events. I picked up the phone and just started calling his number, but I mean, he's not here, but I could just feel him just, you got it. I feel him just smiling. So yeah, that is my vision board. I definitely want to leave off by letting you guys hear one of my testimonials that my client has left me. I had, man, my styling journey has been a long way. It's been a long way. I've been, very on the fence whether or not I wanted to be on the fashion industry or not. And I got a lot of naysayers. And I just been stuck on my head, and my cousin that passed away was just so on my side, and I found one of his cards while I was living in Las Vegas, and that message that he wrote in my card, I'm going to keep it near and dear to my heart. So, looking back and just listening to this message that this client has left, because she was like my first like challenging clients. I was used to just doing fashion magazines, catalogs, e-commerce, product styling, costume, but she was just a regular woman who was a mother of two, a husband. She had a great paying job. Her body was great, but she just had like lost herself. She told me that she had lost herself, but I felt like she was fine. So I was just like, "Oh my god." And I was just panicking, but I provided the service, and she's still a client to this day. She's still a client to this day, and I mean, just looking back at me just getting started with my own business, and here I am. I'm more confident than ever working. I've worked with Louis Vuitton. Like I would not have thought of that in 2021. My most depressing years, I've done something with a very high end luxury lifestyle brand, and things are just going to go up from here. So, you guys can listen in on this review from this client who is a mom. She has more kids now, but at the time she's a mother of two. I dressed her for a girls' night out, and from there I'm still dressing her. So take a listen. I hope you guys enjoyed my vision board, and here is the review. You guys have a very, very beautiful 2021. We will be resuming back in February 2021. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.
Definitely, definitely. And thank you for the compliment. I was just in a place where I just felt like, okay, I've lost myself a little bit. So let me get back to myself. I want to get back into modeling, taking pictures. And you actually hooked me up with some photographers in terms of you gave me, because I pretty much told you, I don't know where to start. I want to change my appearance. I want to get back out there. I want to do more. And you were very instrumental in just giving me advice with the small steps. Like, you just need a little change here, a little change here, and just, hey, make a call here, make a call. That was great, because as somebody who just to get back to themselves after maybe losing themselves or feeling like they've lost themselves for a while, you can feel overwhelmed. Where do I start? So you were able to give me tools and little steps to start with. So that was pretty good, and I appreciate that. I did take some pictures at that time. Some actually with some of the outfits you dressed me with, which I will get back to. And I've always not my whole life, but my whole young adult life, and even growing into being a young mom, a young professional, a young wife, and all that. People will always tell me how great I look in anything I wear. I mean, I could be wearing the clothes I hated the most, and somebody will walk up to me and say, "You look so good in that." And I was just like, I need to step my game up because most of the clothes I wore were, and you hit the nail on the head for not even being a mom yet, but maybe you have a lot of mom friends. When you start having kids, it's very easy to forget about yourself. And those years, I bought a lot of clothes for my kids. It was just kids. I wasn't buying clothes for myself. So when I met you, a lot of my clothes were old. They were old. Mm-hmm. They were from pre-baby, and I kept a small stature, so I was still able to get into them, but some were dated. You know what I'm saying? They were dated. So
it's okay. When we will spruce it up.
I know. So you walked into my life at the right time. So when you wanted to style me, I was really excited about that. So I'm going to get back to the experience now. So yes, you came to my house. You had the garment. I mean, you are a professional. You don't play games. You are like, we are going to work and this is what we're doing. I mean, you're very kind, very gentle, very, accommodating, but at the same time, you're very professional, which is a great thing. So you came, your clothes were ironed, they were hung, they were, put together. And I was just like, oh, this is the real deal.
Right. So it's a full personal styling experience, which you're supposed to be getting.
I mean, it was legit. I was impressed. I have to say, I was very impressed with your professionalism and being young. You were even younger than me. I mean, I felt young then. I think I was 29 at that time, or maybe 30.
Like
but
27, 26, 27 years ago.
Exactly. You were much younger than I was then. So you came in and you
trained by the professionals.
So you gave me the clothes, I put them on, and the earrings you made were dope. I still wear them. I still wear them.
Good. And I'm known for earrings, girl.
Those earrings were very unique, dope.
I love earrings.
To know them, to know that you made them out of buttons, I was even more just amazed about
fiberglass. It's like a fiberglass button. I bought them, I want to say, in New York, one of them fabric stores. I don't remember. I was doing a job, but it's like one of those fabric stores, and I saw like the earrings, and I'm like, I have to get this because this matches like the whole look of your jacket. Yeah, and I just popped the button in the back, and then I put did I give you like a clip on, or did I don't think your ears are pierced. I don't remember, but whatever I put in the bag.
They work.
Okay. So that's what I did. I popped the bag and then I filed it so it can be safe, and then I put the backing on. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Okay, go ahead.
So I still wear them. You gave me this very adorable. I say adorable obviously because I use that word too much. Chic, not adorable in terms of like cute. It was very sexy long necklace to go with the top you had me, and you had some capris for me. The top was green, and the top was like a little longer where it was kind of long over your butt, but the front of it was a little shorter. It was very stylish, and I was wondering, like, where did she get something like this from? Like, it looks simple, yet it's very stylish, very chic, very peaceful. You got me that top, you got me the capris, and you got me the hands down, let's top it all up. Amazing that I'm not sure, I don't remember where you said you got it from, but you can get back to that when I finish. But you got me this dope, multicolor, super, what's that word? It's kind of like antique, but at the same time, it's classic, but it's antique. It's still in. You can wear it now, and you can wear it 45 years from now. Jacket, blazer. And I put that over it, and I felt like $1,000,000. I mean, I was just like, where did you get all of this? I just felt like $1,000,000. I felt like I hadn't dressed like that in a while. I didn't even know to dress like that. And I wore that to my girls' outing, had a great time. My girls were loving my look because obviously I hadn't looked like that in a while. And we had a wonderful time. I took some pictures. I think I wasn't really good with taking pictures then, but I think I took a couple pictures. But I ended up being able to wear the same outfit. I wasn't going to change anything because I was just like, I can't mess this up. This looks just so good. And I got tons of compliments. I was like, I'm not even going to change the earring because I'm going to mess it all up. So I wore the same thing to different events. I remember a friend of mine wanted to take a bunch of pictures of me just with her phone. And she was just like, you look amazing. She took a bunch of pictures. And I thought, you know, I was doing the modeling thing. So she took pictures. I wore it to an event at my church. I wore it to an event at night. I mean, it was just a great put together, to be quite honest. So I'm grateful. I'm very grateful for that whole experience.